welcome back to Food Prep Guide. I'm out here in my chicken coop. Okay. Rooster fight right in front of me. Okay, so in today's video, I want to share just 3 quick tips for caring for your chickens throughout the winter. Are you nice, or are you about to peg me?
He's very nice.
Okay, very nice, good. Okay, so the first 2 have to do with water, because we deal with freezing water in the wintertime, and that's an issue because that's something that we have to come and replenish throughout the day. So to try to lessen our chore list, I guess you can say, for keeping their water fresh and clear of ice, is to go ahead and take an empty bottle of water. And what I did was I filled it halfway with warm water right before I filmed this. So it's just halfway with warm water, and I'm going to take just regular table salt, and I'm going to pour in about 1/2 cup to 1/4 cup, but it doesn't need to be a precise measurement at all. This isn't going to be eaten by anyone or anything like that. Chickens aren't going to come in contact with it. It's going to be screwed shut and not available to them. Okay, so we're going to screw the lid on, give it a good shake, douse myself with some water. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to place this in the water bin. And what that's going to do is it's going to somewhat float, and the wind is going to be constantly moving, not constantly, but whenever it's windy, it's going to move. It's going to be bobbling up and down. The chickens, as they come to drink it, they're going to be pecking at it and moving it, or they're going to be drinking over here, and it's going to cause some ripples over here and make the bottle move. And it's just providing movement to break up the surface tension of that water so that it won't freeze. It's not a foolproof method by any means. I have come out here before, especially during an ice storm where it is in the teens for a week straight, and I have come out and found this completely solid ice. But for when it comes to nighttime temperatures that dip down into the 20s, or even that dip down into the teens and below, but don't stay that way for weeks at a time, which here in the South, we don't get that very often. We mostly just have some really cold nighttime temperatures, but then it warms up above freezing during the day, and this works fantastic for that use case. The second tip is, it's going to be helpful in the winter as well, but this is also all year long. It's not specifically just to winter, but it's just preventing algae in your water, and that's just another way of shortening our chore list, or my children's chore list, because they're the ones that take care of the chickens. But that is just to sprinkle in a lot of pennies in the bottom, and what it is just the copper. The copper is going to help prevent algae growth, and I'm just going to sprinkle some throughout here. The chickens aren't going to eat them and swallow them. It's not going to be a choking hazard for them at all. They're not going to do anything to it. All it's going to do is help prevent the buildup of algae. I learned this from my sister-in-law, and so I just wanted to pass it along to y'all in case it's helpful. It is especially helpful probably in the summertime when algae growth is more prolific, but if you're in the South like we are, we can still get some warm temperatures. Like, it is almost December and it's about 50 degrees here, so it's by no means freezing cold, where algae can still grow a little bit. So that's just a tip for keeping your water all nice and neat and clean and not frozen throughout the winter temperatures. Okay, tip number 3, I need to take you over to my chicken coop and show you that, so we'll do that in just a second. Welcome to Food Prep Guide. My name is Jordan. I'm a homeschooling mom to 3, living on 3 beautiful acres with my wonderful husband. A health crisis forced our family to change the way we think about food. Unfortunately, it also put us in financial hardship. Thankfully, the solution to both challenges was the same: to live off the land as much as possible. For us, that means growing a garden, preserving the harvest, raising chickens, and cooking from scratch. It's definitely a family affair. And friends, too. Meet Stacy, researcher, author, and lifelong learner. She entered the world of food preservation in the crazy days of 2020. She joined a gleaning co-op, and a local grocer offered her clearance produce in bulk, and so the adventure began. Together, we're reclaiming the old ways of food stewardship and teaching them to the next generation. If there's one thing you should know about us, it's that we love Jesus and seek to steward his blessings wisely. Our table always has room for one more, so y'all come join us. Okay, here we are on the inside of the chicken coop. This is the outside part, and then we have like an inner part, little hole right here for them to get in and out. But on the inside of the coop, around daylight savings time. Okay, thank you. Around daylight savings time, we will put in a lamp right here, and we have this screen here attached to it, and that is just to help prevent fire. Like if this lamp were to fall, which we have it tied extremely well, but if it were to fall, it just helps provide another barrier from that light touching actual debris. You are a loudmouth. Yes, you are. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're a loudmouth. Say, I'm an alpha. I'm the alpha rooster. Yeah, these are my hens right over here. Not all of them. There's a rooster over there too. But anyway, so this light just helps provide some extra light and extend those daylight hours so that they'll still lay. It's completely natural for hens to stop laying when the daylight hours are shorter. And if you just want to go ahead and squeak out as much egg production as you can add a light to their inner chicken coop, like typically where they lay. It's gonna be good. We need to get in here and scrape off the poop off of there. Get them some fresh hay right in there as their primary nesting box. This is where they usually like to lay eggs, which is why we had the light kind of like right in here in front of it. Whoops, there's one right there. I need to get that egg. Did you lay that? Or nope, you're a rooster. We have a batch of our spring round of chicks are just now getting to the point where we can tell the difference between hens and roosters. So for instance, that one walking out, we actually had named her a girl name. We thought she was a hen. And about 2 weeks ago, he showed us that he was a rooster, and his tail feathers started looking more roostery. His neck feathers started getting really long. His comb started getting bigger, and he crowed for the first time. So he's a rooster. Sometimes we have a hard time telling when they're younger. Okay, y'all, I hope those 3 tips were helpful to you. You're going to give us one more crow before we go? You going to say bye-bye? No? Okay, y'all. We'll see you next time. Bye.